Hey everybody, you are so close to the end of Unit 2. You guys are doing great, and you are watching this video just to check your answers. Hopefully you are completely done with the study guide. You did it on your own, and now you're just seeing if you are correct. So let's get started. What is the ratio of stars to circles? So we have to pay attention to the order of those words. So I see there are 10 stars for every 4 circles. Of course, those are even, so I can divide them both by 2, and I get 5 to 2. Of course, I could write it in fraction form. I could use the word 2, or I could use a colon. Any of those answers are correct. What is the ratio of the total shapes to hearts? Well, how many total shapes do I have? 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 10 is 22, plus 3 is 25. So total shapes is 25 to 3. So once again, I could use the word 2 or a colon. And then number 3 asks, I just answered that. So I could use the word 2. I've already written it in fraction form, or I could use a colon. Which of these is not any of those? Well, if I said turn this improper fraction to a mixed number, this would be the right answer, but this is not a ratio. So B is not a way to express a ratio. So actually B is the answer on that one. All right, number 4, we are comparing mixing popcorn to cups of chocolate chips. So we got to decide, do we want popcorn over chocolate chips or vice versa? It doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and do popcorn over chocolate chips. I just have to be consistent. So 3 cups of popcorn. So 3 cups of popcorn for 5 cups of chocolate chips. So then they want to know if I have 30 cups of popcorn. So that goes on the top, right? Because that's where my popcorn is. How many chocolate chips? How many cups of chocolate chips? Well, what do I do to 30 to get, what do I do to 3 to get 30? Well, I can multiply 3 by 10 to get 30. And it will be equivalent if I do the same thing to the denominator. If I multiply 5 times 10, I'm going to get 50. I know 3 to 5 is equivalent to 30 to 50, so that is the right answer. 3, I should say what? Cups of chocolate chips. Okay. Number 5, I'm converting 5.25 kilometers to grams. 1 kilometer has 1,000 grams. So basically, when I multiply by 1,000, since there's 3 zeros, that means I'm moving my decimal 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. So my answer is 5,250 grams, and I got that by multiplying. All right, number 6, I have the big unit. I'm going to small units, just like here, big unit to small units. That means I am multiplying. So 4.5, 1/2 is equal to 4.5. What did you say? 1/2 is equal to 0.5. So if I have 4.5 tons, I'm going to multiply that by 2,000 pounds. And I'm using my calculator because this week I told you, you get to start using your calculators. 4.5 times 2,000 is 9,000 pounds. That's what did I just do? Dang it. Anyway, I think y'all had it. You can back up if you need to see my math, but I'm multiplying, right? 9,000 pounds. All right, number 7, the running club has 37 total runners. 11 of them are girls. Well, if 11 are girls, how many are boys? Well, that means 26 are boys because it wants to know boys to total. Well, 26 boys out of a total of 37, and that cannot be simplified. 26 and 37 have no common factors besides 1, and 1 doesn't help us. All right, number 8, we got to find the unit rate. So I could buy 5 candy bars for that much money, or 8 candy bars to that much money. We want to find the unit rate, right? So we're going to divide 4.32 by 5. And here we're going to divide 6.4. It's always money divided by quantity. And when we do this, we get about 86 cents per candy bar. And the second one will give us about 81 cents for the same candy bar. So I'm going to pay less for the same candy bar, which means this one is the better buy, cost less. Number 9, Amazing Gifts received 36 orders in 3 minutes. How many orders per minute? I'm simply dividing 36 by 3, and the answer is 12 orders per minute. All right, how you doing out there, guys? So number 10, the table shows the cups of sugar and the cups of flour in a recipe. How many parts of flour could be used with 15 parts sugar? Of course, this is a 12, so I'm not sure if that's the right question or we just need to move on. All right, but anyway, so if we were looking at the chart, let's say the chart was written this way. 3 goes with 4, 6 goes with 8, 9 goes with 12. So remember, I don't know if we've actually done one of these, but to find the unit rate, how much for 1, I could divide my output, which is my Y value, by my input, which is my X value. So this would be 4 over 3, 8 to 6 would simplify to 4 over 3. 12 to 9 would simplify as 4 over 3. So what if our numerator was 12? So 4 over 3, which is a non-repeating, no, it is a repeating decimal. 4 divided by 3 is 1.33333. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out, all right, so if this is 12, if my denominator is 12, what would my numerator be? That would be 16, right? So if I want to double check, if I multiply 3 by 1.333333, I should get almost 4. If I multiply 6 times 1.33333, I get 8. So 12 times 1.33333 is 16. And I can also tell from this chart down here, this is a linear equation, which means my line is going to be straight because my ratios are equivalent. So if I had a ruler, which of course I don't, and if I kept going, eventually this would go through all of these points. When X is 9, Y is 12. When X is 12, Y is 16. So it did ask for 15. So let's go ahead and answer that question. So if 15, 4 goes with 3. So if my 15 and 3 went together right here, times 5, right? This would have to be 20. This is 20 right here. Okay, so a lot of different ways to do this math problem. Probably did it more like a 8th grade level, but however you got your answer, if you got 15 goes with 20 and 12 goes with 16, then you got it. You figured it out correctly. I didn't do a great job explaining that one, but if you need more help or you're confused, let me know. Okay, guys? All right, number 11, it says the grocery store is selling lettuce at a cost of $5 for 8 pounds. Well, Mia says the unit rate is $1.60 per pound. Well, obviously Mia made an error because it says to explain her error. So I bet Mia divided by the pounds by the cost. But what do we have to, every time, what do we have to do? We have to divide the cost by the quantity. So what is 5 divided by 8? That is 0.625. So if we were rounding this to the nearest penny, we'd say it's 63 cents per pound. So I bet Mia divided 8 by 5, and she sure did, because 8 divided by 5 is 1.6. So I would say Mia divided pounds by the cost. And then I'd say to find unit rate, you must always divide the cost by the quantity. How many pounds? How many ounces? How many? Whatever. So anyway, and I would also say, oh, since it says give the correct rate, I'd say the unit, of course, I'm running out of room. The unit rate is 63 cents per pound. All right. Okie dokie, number 13. Coach Barker recorded the number of free throws his basketball team members made at practice. All right, I think there was also an error on this page. There sure was. So you can either use 6 to 10. If you did use 6 to 10, this is going to be actually 3 to 5, just like this one. Or since we don't want the same percentages, if you thought of this 6 as a 4, that really would be 2 to 5, right? Anyway, it was an error. Sorry about that. I didn't catch it before I released it to you. So how am I going to turn these ratios into percentages? Well, just as if they were fractions, I'm going to divide 3 divided by 5, and that is 0.6. Well, 0.6 times 100 is 60%. All right, 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Well, 0.5 is equal to 50%. Obviously, this would also be 60%. So let's use 2 to 5, 2 to 5. 2 divided by 5 is 0.4. 0.4 times 100 is 40%. So it says, show your work for each team member on your work document. Use the table to describe the player with the highest percentage of free throws. So if you use 3 to 5 twice, that means that Jessica and Terry both made 60% of their free throws. But if you went ahead and used the 2 to 5 and you said the last one was 40%, then that means Jessica is the true winner. So I would use math. I would use words to explain that Jessica made the most. She had the highest percentages of free throws made. So anyway, sorry about the error. I didn't catch that in time. So how'd you guys do? I hope you did great. All right, good luck on your test this week. I know you guys are going to do great, and I will check in with you later on. See you later.